My name is Joanna Kim Selby. My age is 92 and 3/4. And in Korean, my name is Kim Ong-yeon. I don't really have a hometown to speak of because my dad was Imperial University of Japan graduate, so he got a veterinarian job. So he was moving around several different parts of the country. And then he was supposed to mobilize young, uneducated people. I was born in Gyeonggi-do, Pocheon. But I have never lived there. I was just born there. Then I moved to the place I remember is Bongdong. And when I became age 14, I entered women's high school. And that women's high school was combination of a Japanese student and Korean student. And then my dad again transferred to Seoul, Korea. And so we were ready to go to Seoul. As we just heard Japanese emperor made announcement. He says he lost the war. So he will be under MacArthur's instruction. And that where Tojo Hideki was the prime minister then. So he took emperor's place. Our life has changed completely because my dad was a Japanese officer because he had a veterinarian's degree and he was practicing there. So naturally Japanese gave him higher office. I was very happily living under that condition because anywhere I went, they all called me lady. Although I was only 10 years old, but even Japanese called me lady. So I had a very good life during that time. But after Japanese lost the war, our life has changed. In 1950, around there, 1950 in December, we have to evacuate from Seoul to Busan. And then we became homeless because no place to move. So there, my dad went to veterinarian office, and somehow he got one room. That place was right next to quarantine office. And then they had a lot of refugees. They were all refugees came from North Korea. Then as armistice was, became a law, so we were able to come back from Busan to Seoul. And when I came back, our house was gunshot riddled. But still, building was there, and a surprising part of it, my mom made a kimchi that's in a great big pot, and she made the kimchi and put it in the ground. I opened it up, and then of course the top was mildewed, but took out that. Then the bottom part was just absolutely clean. We were eating that, and I thought, wow, that was 3 or 4 years old kimchi. It tastes better than, otherwise. So we had that, and also another thing was, we didn't have money to buy anything else. So that kimchi really gave us something to live on. When I was in Korea, the social affairs people was ready to send me to training to become a social worker. And so sent to Japan, sent to Philippines, and Hawaii for 6 months. so I can get training from them, and I come back to Korea and then train other people so they can expand the social service people. In the meantime, Catholic Relief Service man was saying to me, have you ever thought about going to the U.S.? I said, how am I going to go to the U.S. without having money? He said, well, there is a way to get to there. So I didn't get so I don't know. I'm going to this government program, so I will take that route. Then he said, perhaps I can take you. So he was proposing the marriage, and I said, wow, I don't know. So I came home, I talked to my mom and my dad, and my mom was saying, well, we are so poor now. You just go, at least get rid of one mouse. I said, no, I'm not gonna marry him. In the afternoon, he come and pushing me, why don't you get the paperwork done and what's going on? Then I said, okay. So the daily change. In the morning, no. In the afternoon, okay. 1958, there was no Korean community. I could not get the red pepper. It was really tough. In the meantime, so many Koreans immigrated into this country. And then they settled down in Oakland area. Of course, many went to LA, but up here in Oakland area, so start having a Korean grocery store, so we could get to some gochujang, doenjang, like that. So we were able to get the Korean food. And then also Koreans got their own community. So we start to look like a small Korean village. That was in the 70s, not 50s or 60s, in the 70s that happened. But when I came to the U.S., I thought, wait a minute, if I was a working woman in Korea, and here I am staying home, and I'm infant in adult body, and I said, what am I going to do with this? Suppose he dies. Suppose he's unemployed. Suppose he decided that I'm not really suitable after coming to the U.S. Look at those young American girls. I said to myself, I have to make myself something. So I went to the school, ESL class. And then I thought, well, okay. After ESL class, I said to myself, I have to get a job. If I get a job, I will have a little different outlook. In those days, there is official employees test given to the people who would like to work. Internal Revenue Service, they called me, come to work. I thought it was, wow, this is a heavenly thing. I'm now being able to work and also being able to make some money for myself instead of always asking money from my husband. When I retired from federal government, then I was doing volunteer work, and then I was appointed to serve Commissioner of Alameda County on Aging. So that's what I did. That was in 1998. I went in there, and I helped them out. So since then, I was doing grant proposal. So finally, we got some grant for the Korean Senior Center. So that's how they had about 20 years of grant. Yeah, they come to the organization I'm providing right now as a meals program, and social service. And also when I do the social services, if anybody, the social security overpaid anybody, then I have to adjust that, how to overpayment to pay back to the social security. All that kind of thing I'm doing it. And so is Medicare, and in-home supportive service. And also what I do is housing apartment. We coordinate, so we will talk together. That kind of thing I'm doing. Before the COVID, I had 50, 60 people. Now about 30 people. I hope somebody who is willing to do community work instead of thinking money only, and then do the service. That's why I was so happy to see all these young people are doing big projects like that. Yeah.